Hi folks, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed. And if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you subbed and stayed. Do you remember I said there was one video of Lisa's that stuck in my mind and I could never forget it, and I was going to go and look for it? This is it. This was the video. She spent all week hunting high and low for that exact hat to do this exact look because she'd seen it somewhere and had to copy it. And she's still doing the same thing now. And this was what, 2013, 10 years ago. And she hasn't grown. I'm not bothering with the bingo card for this one because it's an old one. So, should we jump in?
Hey everyone, it's Lisa. Happy Friday to you. I hope that you had a good week and I hope that you are getting back in the routine like I think we are a little bit. Oh, sorry, Bridget just jumped down. We still have not gotten a rug. I'm going to go today, see if I can go to Home Goods and see. It's hard to pick something out. I don't want to get anything too expensive because I don't want to have to worry about it. You know, hey, this week I have had so much fun, and that I'm doing the little theme here today of my week in makeup. Okay, this has been my week in makeup. And I encourage you to do this. This poor girl on Pinterest, I don't know who she is, but I have drug her around this week. She has seen more people. And so that is...
She printed off a picture from Pinterest and took it around to show people, to figure out what she's wearing, what makeup she's got on, blah, 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 blah. Really? Do grown-ups actually do this?
I had 2 makeovers to try to get this look. So I told you, let's see, Monday I went to the mall and I had Linda at the Lancome counter do it. And her interpretation was much more of a black. Matter of fact, the only thing she used, let me go ahead and get my goods out here. I tried to put everything in piles of my little trip so I can give you my little stories. And for some reason, I cannot find, and I know I bought another Bronzelle. And this isn't the lip that when I went to...
Isn't. She's still doing exactly the same thing now, putting things in little piles so she can tell us the story. We don't need to know the story. We're not interested in the story.
The mall Monday and took the picture. Linda at the Lancome counter, when she did it, she just did my eyes. And I loved her lip combo. And she had on Bronzelle, which has always been one of my favorite lip liners. And here, I'll try to do a swatch. And don't let the name Bronzelle make you scared of it if you're not used to using browns, because what she had it on with was this. And I had already bought this one time before, and I either sold it or gave it away. And
so I just bought it again.
If I had known that I could have used it with that, like this, I probably would have kept it. But, and this is the new, goodness, they just give me no peace.
Really? They just give me no peace. They're being animals. That's what animals do. Fuck's sake.
This is the new Rouge in Love Sweet Embrace 307B. And so that's what she had on. And it does not look like...
By whom? Sorry, I've got trap wind. You said the name of it. Who is it by? Is it MAC? Is it NARS? Who?
It goes together very well here, but it really does. If you do it lightly, do the Bronzelle lightly around your lip and then fill in with this, and don't try to mix the two too much. Keep the pink pink. It looks really pretty. So that's the lip combo. What she used was, I had already been and talked to my friend Danielle at the MAC counter, and she was busy doing brides. Matter of fact, it was New Year's Eve. So she was doing a bride and a bridesmaid that day, and they were just swamped. Did I have
New Year's Eve? And you're out trumping around the makeup counters to get the look that some girl in Pinterest has. Really? Really? has she not had an intervention before now? Does anyone in her family give a fuck about her? I'm sure if I was doing that, my husband would take me to one side and sit me down and say, right, are you okay, dear? Because this isn't normal. Fuck's sake. New Year's Eve.
Have any time, but she had told me, she said it looks like satin taupe. She said I would do satin taupe and some carbon. So I already had that taupe in my mind, because when I looked at the picture I realized, yeah, it wasn't just black, it was a taupe.
Wasn't.
So when I went over to Lancome, I saw this, and it is a beautiful taupey shadow with...
Like you don't have a million taupes in your collection already.
some serious sparkle, but it's just a beautiful sparkle. And Linda used this on my lid with black. Just, I can't remember if it's called It List or something. It's one of the Lancome blacks that she uses. And look how pretty that is. And it stays pretty sparkly. They don't fall off. It's just a beautiful shadow. And it looked really pretty. It was just very, very, so very I got that dramatic shadow, and then I got this one because we were talking about taupe shadows, and she said, well, we could use mochaccino. She said, that's about as taupe as you get. And I was like, oh, I've heard of that one. She said, yeah, it's one of our best sellers. So I got mochaccino, and it is just a, you can see Sassy back there playing in my curtains, which... Okay, so anyway, I got the mochaccino, and then I saw this.
Where have you put Sassy? Have you thrown her out to the coyotes? Because she dared to interrupt you.
Dark brown, and it is called Fashion Label, and it's matte. And I just liked that it was a dark brown, but it has some of that plummy red type undertones that usually look really good with blue eyes. They usually, it's kind of probably like Foley. I probably didn't need it.
No, you didn't.
But I really do like Lancome shadows. And so, and God, you know when you feel like you get a makeover, you want to buy a little bit of something for their time. So I got those two. I got the lip liner and the lipstick. And
I wouldn't know. I've never had a makeover. Or been to a spa, or had a manicure or a pedicure, all the things that you think are absolutely normal daily occurrences, and everybody does it.
And then, and this shadow that I love, and I got the last one because this was limited edition, and the name of this is Fil d'Argent. It's S207, and it's from Sparkling Color High Fidelity, S207. Okay, so there's that. And then another thing that I bought, and this is probably my favorite thing that I bought that day, and I didn't use it today because I used something else. I've been on a little bit of a brow thing, and it is I asked her if she had a blonde brow pencil, and the one I had before is called Natural Blonde, and she said, do you want blonde or natural blonde? And I said, well, I didn't know there was a difference. And so I knew that somewhere I had the natural blonde, and I ended up finding it. So this time I got the blonde, which is lighter and doesn't have the taupiness, the grayness in it. And I love it because my thing with my brows is I like them not very defined, but I want them filled in and defined, but I don't want them really dark. And that's hard to do sometimes, but this is perfect. Now today I used something else I'm going to show you because with this dark look, I felt like I might need something a little bit more, and I wanted to try something else new that I got. But I really, really like that. So if you have blonde or light brows and you want something, but you don't want to fill them in that much, you're just kind of playing around with it, this and the Anastasia Blonde Brow Gel. Okay, so while I was talking to Linda, I was talking to her about different products and stuff that she liked.
I see her editing's improved, hasn't it, since then? Slightly. She used to do that because she talks so much. She used to just fade out and fade into something else, and it's like no sentence was ever finished and you had no clue what the frig she was going on about. And I've moved now, sorry.
And one of them that she mentioned was the, let's see, Derma Blend Professional Setting Powder. And you get it at Ulta. I just got it yesterday, and it is very interesting. looks like just like Makeup Forever HD or something like that. It's completely, you can get a tinted one, a mineral one, but this is the one that is completely neutral, translucent. And it says setting powder ensures smudge resistance and enhances wearability of Dermacover cream or smooth indulgence for up to 16 hours of consistent color wear. She said this was the best one that she had found. She uses it to set her eyelids with powder, and I used it all over today. And I didn't use this puff, I used my Smashbox face brush, and so far I love it. So I'll let you know how this goes, but she really likes it.
It's to go over cream, heavy cream that people need to cover scarring and discoloration and all sorts of other things that people have, and then they need to set it with a powder that's going to hold it. You don't need that. Any excuse to spend money.
And it's not, like I said, it was like 20, it was either 22 or 25 at Ulta. I'll keep you posted on that. And then what else does she tell me that I thought was so interesting? I can't remember right now, so I'll move on. I'll remember it probably later. So I'm trying to, it feels weird when you have a hat on at first and then you get used to it. I love hats. And I wanted to say too, you know, I used to be the kind of person that I would be scared to wear a hat because, and I would see somebody and I would think, gosh, I wish I could do that. I wish I could pull that off. And you can. That's the thing. Be that person that you see, because they don't know that you're not. I mean, you know, be that person. Just push yourself out of your comfort zone just a few times and you will love it.
Push yourself out of your comfort zone and wear a hat. And people hang on her every word. Cloud cuckoo land.
And you will realize that it is no big deal. Like, I remember when I used to think, I wish I could wear boots with a dress, and then I pushed myself, and now that's one of my favorite things.
I pushed myself. Fuck off, Lisa. I pushed myself to wear boots with a dress. Wow. I'm sure Katie Piper could take some real tips from you on how to live life. Yeah. She pushed herself and went out in public with a face that had been totally disfigured by acid. Can you imagine if that happened to Lisa? That'd be the end of it. She'd never leave the house again, would she? I pushed myself to wear boots with a dress. And people wonder why she annoys me.
So just go for it. And there certainly is no age limit on hats. Babies to grandmas at 88 years old wear hats. So there's
88? Why are we stopping at 88?
no age limit. There's no excuses. And so I encourage you to do that. I thought I'd go ahead and tell you where I got this one. Yesterday, after I had my makeup done, I was just going around the corner and I saw all the scarves and stuff at Belk's were on sale. And I thought, matter of fact, I saw one that was almost this color but had a bunch of different other colors in it, and I looked at it and I thought about getting it, and it actually had like a ball on top, and that's what kept me from decided to go further in the department. And I saw this one and it was $20 and it was on sale, and I cannot remember, it was not expensive. I think it might have even been like $10. And I thought, oh good, because we had all been admiring this girl's hat. So, and I knew I had something like cream to wear. And the reason I wanted to do that is because I kept looking at that picture and I was like, why do I like this so much? Why do I like her smoky eye better than, you know, why did it get my attention? And I think it was because I'm always scared. I see you guys doing the Kim Kardashian look and stuff like that. And I've done, really dark on top, but I've always been afraid to do the dark waterline and dark underneath. And I was thinking, I think the reason I like that is because she's so light everywhere else. It's just kind of like so monochromatic everywhere else, and it's just the eye. So that's just what I tried to do today. And I tried to copy her makeup all the way with I I didn't put a blush. I just put a bronzer and that new blush, Cocoa, from the Deborah Milano that Anne-Marie sent me, and just a Spotlight by Lorac highlighter. And but anyway, so I love that. That's been my inspiration. And do that too. Like if you find a picture that you really, really like, have fun with it. And
if I found a picture that I really, really liked, I would then go and look in my makeup collection and see what I had. And in my wardrobe, I would not print out a picture and troop it around town to all the makeup counters asking what do they think she was wearing. Fuck's sake.
You know, that's what's fun to shop and, you know, look for different things and, you know, to try to recreate the look. Okay, so I will go on to my makeover yesterday. So yesterday I went back to Belk's, which is something else. See, my stories kind of go like this because everything's kind of linked together, but I'll show you why I went in just a few minutes. And I went down to the Mac counter to see who was there. You know, Danielle will have time to talk to me about how to do this. And so she just sat me down right over my makeup that I had on, which I had on, oh goodness, I had on Quarry, and
we don't care what you were wearing.
Hoax, however you pronounce it. And so she just put it on right over that, and she used satin taupe, which my satin taupe was so old, I think I got it before I started doing YouTube videos, and where I had depotted it, I had cracked it, and it just was yuck in my thing, and so I got a new one just to keep out.
It was just yuck.
And God, is that not the prettiest color? If you do not have satin taupe, if you do not have a MAC shadow period, I would say get satin taupe. It is just a beautiful color, and it is one of those colors that you can wear all on its own. You do not really need like a crease color. You can just do one color and it's beautiful. And it's a frost, but it is not a real frosty frost. It's a good one. So what I did is today I started out with...
I could have done the bingo card, couldn't I? It's a good one, matter of fact. All the rest of it. I'm scared.
Constructivist paint pot on the lid, and then I put this up to the crease, and then she used vanilla as a highlight, and so did I at first, and then I went over it with bisque because I felt like the vanilla was a little too light. And today was the first time ever, I think, I have done my eye makeup first, because you have a lot of fallout, and I think part of getting this look just right is to not have any fallout or darkness underneath your eyes. You need the darkness to just be on your eyes, and that's it. And then the other color that I...
God, anyone would think she was telling you how to cure cancer. All the oh, you have to do this and don't do that, and it's like it's really important. It's friggin' makeup, Lisa. It's not that important.
Used, and it's in one of my palettes. I already had it, and it is a pro color, but it was in one of those little palettes with the bow on it from Christmas, and the color is Smut. And I've told you guys before how much I love that color. It is the most beautiful dark color. It is like a charcoal, almost black color, and it's a satin, and it has a little bit of maybe a plummy undertone to it. And that's what Danielle said. She said, Lisa, the color you need to get is Smut. And I said, well, I have it. And so she went and used it out of that little palette. And so that's what we layered it with the 219.
I thought she was doing it.
All around my eyes. And she put it, I'll have to do a tutorial. I won't tell you all the details. But anyway, so we used Smut, satin taupe, a little bit of carbon, and then this was the eyeliner that the girl Michael, that I've shown you pictures of before, said that she loved the most, and it's called Black Ice, and it's one of the pro longwear eyeliners, and it's just a black. I don't know if it's supposed to have any other color. Maybe it's a shiny black. And that's one thing I wanted to say too, is you can see how this look in the picture, her eyes are a little bit shiny looking. The Smut is such a pretty color.
See She goes off. It's like, what were you saying? Now I don't know what you're talking about. I was waiting for the end of that sentence, and you've gone on to something else.
Because it's a satin. So not only is it such a dark color, but it has that satin finish to it. And then this, I didn't use it as a eyeliner as far as like above my eye, because you want to keep this look kind of smudgy and everything. I just did the waterline, and I did all around. And last night I got my makeup done probably about 3 o'clock, and John was home with the kids, and by the time I washed it off last night, it was still on my waterline. I had to literally take the little Q-tip and get it off of my waterline. So I'll let you know how that goes, but for all of you trying to find one to stay on your waterline, I think that might be it. I used. Now I've got my lashes on, and I think that's it for that look. Okay, my friend Amy was there, and she had on a really clean, real bare, all skin type look. And on her lids was hardly anything. It just looked like her lids with maybe foundation or something on them, but with some little really, really pretty sparkle. And I said, what do you have on your lids? And it was one of these pressed pigments that just came out. And this one is called Light Touch. It's so pretty. And I don't know if you'll be able to, so that's how it looks. But when you put it on, it looks like that. See how it looks? Just looks like you're...
I can't see anything. You barely rub your finger in it, and you do a little bit on your hand, and we're supposed to see that while you're doing that.
Skin is just sparkling. It is the prettiest look. Like, even if I wanted to wear like this hat or a cream outfit with this and then a bold lip, and that's what I was thinking of, because I don't know if I have it out.
And that was the only time she ever wore that hat. She never wore it again. Because she couldn't think of what the fuck to put with it, because she'd copied that girl, and now she's stuck with a hat that she doesn't know how to...
Out here or not. In the mail yesterday, I got this. And it was funny, they had just gotten them in at the counter too. But it's Ruby Woo. I have never, ever even tried on Ruby Woo lipstick. But I am determined I am going to find a red that I like. But I think the key for me is going to be to wear something like this on the lids with maybe just lashes. And this, I'll swatch this for you. And I really think I'm going to like that. Just that matte red. Isn't that pretty together?
In that, she never does a proper swatch. And like I said, she had something once that she'd been sent in PR, and she was like, oh, I don't want to waste any. What, showing the people that click on the links and pay for your lifestyle? God forbid you use any to show people.
You can see how that would be just perfect, and just any outfit. I think what I'm going to do is just to try not to do red in a glamorous way, to do red in like an everyday way. And I think I will like it. I think that when you try to do too much with your eyes and your makeup and your outfit, and then you do red lips, I think that's what's getting me and making me feel like it ages me so much. So I'm going to try to just do this combo, and I'll do it this week. Maybe we'll do it together, because this week I bought a little caddy so I could put like all my little makeup stuff together and just kind of keep it in there and do a couple of tutorials in a row. So I really think I'm going to like that. I've heard, Gina told me that a must with Ruby Woo is to get chapstick, and she said no other brand will do. She said chapstick to put it on before and after, and that doesn't mess up the color, but it keeps it from being so dry. So Ruby Woo has...
Really? Thank you, Gina. Why does it have to be chapstick though?
Already stained my hand a little bit right there. That's okay. Okay, so I was excited.
No, it isn't. It's bothering you. That's why you mentioned it. It's not okay.
To get that. Okay, lip combo. Because you know I had to have it all. So I asked Danielle what lip combo does she think would work the best for this. And I cannot believe that I do not have what she put on me. But she taught me a neat trick with Strip Down. And my Strip Down was so old. I think that is the first lip liner I ever bought from MAC. Years ago, probably, I don't even know if I'd had Brooke yet. It was so long ago, probably at least 10 years ago. And mine is a nub, so I went ahead and bought a new one, a new Strip Down. And she taught me a tip with this, but I'm gonna save it for my tutorial because it's a really neat tip. And the colors that she used were Creme de Nude, which I usually don't care for. Matter of fact, I don't even have it anymore. I was thinking I had given it to Brooke, and I might have, but I couldn't find it in her thing. And she says she didn't have it, but it was Creme de Nude, and then she put Boy Baked Cream Sheen over it. So today, to try to create...
Can you imagine what an annoyance she'd be? Oh, here you are, Brooke. You can have this because I don't want it anymore. And then 6 months down the line or whatever. Oh, can I have that back? That thing that I gave you. No, you gave it to me. No, but I want it now. Well, no, you can't have it. Fuck off.
Recreate that look, I used... Anne-Marie sent this to me from the Netherlands, and I forgot to show it to you the other day. It got put down in the box, but it was a Fresh Gosh Darling, which is very similar to Creme de Nude. And so I put that on over the strip down liner, and then I used, gosh, I can't remember what it was, but a cream sheen, and I'll put it down below. And that is what created this awesome light lip that is still separated from my face. You see how it doesn't just blend right into my face, and that was real important to me. So I really think, I try to tell you things that most things I tell you to wait and let me try them, and I'll tell you if I think they're worth getting. But I think everybody would enjoy this shadow, and it is called Light Touch. And I think everybody would enjoy strip down liner, smut, satin taupe is a must, all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so another thing that my friend Linda was telling me about, and I've seen so many of you guys use this, is the Brow Wiz from Anastasia. And they had this little kit for, I think it was $29, a $64 value. You could get the kit for $29 or just this for, I think, $21. So it was a no-brainer. And I got the Ash Blonde.
I'm saying nothing.
And it comes with the little Brighton. I've seen the MM&L show. I've seen them use this. And it is the highlighting duo pencil. Matter of fact, I have the other one that's in shell or something. So this is a different one. This is Matte Camille and Sand Shimmer, which is really neat when you're using that little sparkly shadow and you just want a little bit of subtle highlight. You could use something like this. And then it has...
It really fucking irritates me the way she just drops everything into the bag. No, it's like Lardy. They don't care about how much it cost. If it broke, I'll just buy it again. Do you know what I mean? It's so annoying.
The Anastasia tweezers that come in it. And then
Why are you doing that with tweezers? Fuck's sake.
Brow gel, which I love. Their brow gel is the best, definitely. Or her brow gel. And in the trash. But the Brow Wiz is neat. It's very, very tiny, smaller than the Fling. And this is about, I would say, almost the same color. Very taupey, even though it says, well, it's ash, so ash blonde. And I did like it.
I can really see that.
It was very easy to fill them in, and then it had this nice spoolie at the end. So I'll let you know on this and let you know how I feel about it versus I already know I think I like the Lancome shadow or eyebrow pencils better than the Fling, but I'll let you know how I feel about this one. So that was a neat find and a good deal. And then while I was at Ulta, let me throw this box away, I picked up a few things. Actually, I went to Ulta twice this week. The first time I went this week, I bought the Urban Decay Naked Shadow. I haven't even taken it out of the box because I haven't used it. I've been working on this look all week. But this is the color that I use most out of the Naked palette, the first Naked palette. And I was having to go get it from Brooke just to use that color. So I just gave the whole palette back to her. She likes to use Dark Horse right at her lashes. And which, by the way, Brooke is 12. She's going to be 13 in March, and she is in 7th grade, which is the middle school, second year of middle school.
Why do you give her things and then take them back off her? Either you've given it to her or you haven't.
And I'm going to do a video of what makeup she wears. I'm not going to show a picture of her or have her on here just because I've just made a decision not to bring my family into this mess. Sometimes it just is not real nice. And but I will tell you about things that she wears, because I know it
Oh, you're not going to bring her into this mess, but she was showing her tits on MySpace. Okay.
sounds like she wears a ton of makeup, but she doesn't. She just likes to change it up like I do, and she likes to play in it and all that stuff. So anyway, I got this shadow, and it's a good one to have. Now, if you have that little Naked Basics palette, you probably don't need this. I probably didn't need this, but I just grabbed it because sometimes it's just easy to pick up and put on. Okay, this is the, I'll save that. I'll go on with so that same day at Ulta, I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
I saw this, which was a new collection of Physicians Formula. They had this bronzer, and then they had 2 blushes. And one of the blushes was so pretty. It was like a pink. I wonder if I still have it here. I think it's already gone. It was like a bright pink.
Already gone where?
And I tried it twice, and it was just too, I just didn't care for it. It was really powdery. It was powdery, and then it was a powdery consistency on your face. It wasn't as smooth as I like my blushes to be, and I just didn't care for it. So it's already in. I have sent a huge box of makeup to Gina this week, and I've got a big bag over here going to my mom and my aunts. And then I've got a few things, probably about 5 or 6 things that I still had in the box that I'm going to put on my blog soon. But this bronzer,
If you've still got it in the box, why did you fucking buy it in the first place? And then she'll sell it on her blog. She'll give all that stuff to her aunts. She'll send all that stuff to Gina, and then she'll go out and buy it again.
oh my goodness, it is so nice. It is called Mineral Wear Talc Free Bronzer, Mineral Airbrushing Bronzer. Gosh, I don't think it has a name. It must have been the only one, but it was in this, look for this blue. It is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. I have it on now. It is very smooth. It blends out beautifully. It reminds me of that one I got from MAC from the Sailor collection, or the beachy type collection that's in the blue and white thing. It's just really, really pretty. So I've kept this one. I really like it. It's one of those that's so smooth, it's almost like powder to cream type formula. It's really pretty. And then yesterday when I went to Ulta, I went to pick up the Brow Wiz and the powder. The Derma Blend powder. And then I got another one of these. Oh, that reminds me, I also got bought this that day from Linda at the Lancome counter, and it is there.
What the fuck is going on? I don't know how we watched these back in the day without losing our mind.
Their Touche Éclat type equivalent. It's called Tint Miracle, and the number that I got, I'm gonna have to like examine this and see if I can find it. See if it's on. I'll find out and put it down here. And it is a darker color, and it is, I would compare it probably to like the Clinique or the Jane Iredale. It's just one of those clicky pen concealers. I have only used it probably twice, so let me let you know on this. But so far I really liked it, and it's one of those real smooth. But I can say above that and all the rest is my Maybelline and this Dream Lumi. And I had the Radiant, which is really, really light, almost too light if I've already done my makeup. It's kind of hard to blend in sometimes. So yesterday I went and looked at all the colors, and I ended up getting this one, which is, oh gosh, Buff. Okay, Buff is the real name. I think it says that. Oh my goodness. These, I mean, I see a lot of the women at the counters have magnifying glasses, and I can see why. But I used this today, and oh, it's perfect. It is just perfect. It's the perfect between my skin color and foundation color and a highlighter. It's like right in between, and you can see how it's highlighted, but not just crazy highlighted where it just glares out at you. So I just love these. I put it on as soon as I got in the car yesterday because I can't remember what I had put on. Can't remember what it was, but I did not like it. I didn't think it worked. But anyway, I put this on in the car and just loved it immediately. So love that. Okay, when I was also at Ulta, I bought this. One of you guys told me to try this in your comment, and I always store things away, and especially if I have been told a few times before, I will try it. And so I grabbed this, which is the Lorac Perfection Powder. And I believe some.
It's not Lorac, it's Lorac. Why does everyone say Lorac? It's Lorac. If that's how they want it pronounced, then spell it like that.
Someone had told Gina, my friend, Gina, on here that they liked it a lot. And I got PF4, which is medium, and I have not tried it. I just got it yesterday. But if it's anything like the Spotlight highlighting powder or some of the other Lorac products, I'm gonna love it. That's just one of my favorite makeup brands. And I just liked the color immediately. So let me try this and see how it goes. It is supposed to be like a setting, baked perfecting powder. So it's gonna be like a setting powder, and I will probably use it like I did the other one. Well, actually that Derma Blend I put all over today because I was just curious how it was gonna look. But a powder like this, I'll try it the first time all over. If it's too much, I'll just use it on my T-zone and see how it goes. But it says perfect with Porefection baked perfecting powder with a silky smooth, poreless looking finish. This is non-drying, fragrance and paraben free formula infused with salicylic acid and antioxidants to help skin appear youthful, healthy, and clear. Get a flawless, smooth, matte finish and achieve complexion.
We can read the box too.
In Porefection with Lorac. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll let you know. And if you've tried it, let me know down below, or let everybody. I always love it when I see you guys talking to each other. That makes it even better. That makes it even more like a dinner party with our margaritas. Strawberry, that's what I like. Okay, this is something I have bought before, and I think I sold it, and I got it again because
I got it again. Why?
Blushes may come and blushes may go, but nothing ever just is the look that I love as much as the Lorac. And my favorite is the Exposed and the Velvet Rope. And I've tried this one once before, but not when I was doing this new blush technique that I've been doing where I bring it in further. So I wanted to get this one, which is the pink, and it's the Flaunt. And here's the name of it, Flaunt. And it's just beautiful. I haven't used it yet. I just got it yesterday. So you can see it would be so pretty, and it would be pretty with this look, but I really wanted to keep this look just like that girl's, and I really like it. I'm glad I did. That's what's fun too, and that's what you realize when you try to copy a picture, is when you really try to copy every last detail, you learn new things. You learn a look maybe that you didn't know that you would like, or something like that. So anyway, I got that, and I think
You learn something new.
I'm gonna love it. I know I will, because I love those.
I know I'm going to love it, but you had it before and you sold it because you didn't love it. But now all of a sudden you will.
Blushes. And then the last thing, last makeup thing I believe, is this. And it's the MAC Dainty. It's one of my favorite blushes, has been since it first came out with the Mineral Collection. I remember when these were limited edition, and I gave mine to Brooke. And I was looking for it, and she had it. And it was so funny because she came downstairs with her makeup done, I believe it was last weekend, and I said, what blush do you have on? Because she doesn't always wear a blush, and I like it when she does, because I don't like it. She makes herself, almost even more pale than she is with her powder. She didn't want to be sun-kissed looking. And so she had a little bit of blush on, and she said it was, dainty. And so I didn't want to take it away from her. I wanted her to use it because I really like it, but.
Exactly, you'd given it to her. See, that's the thing. She gives things away, and then she sees it on someone else, and then she wants it again.
What a pretty color. This color is like, it's a sweet color. It's just one of those sweet color blushes. It's just so pretty, peachy pink. It has that little bit of gold in it. It's just beautiful. So I'm looking forward to using that again. And I hope that you guys will learn from me sometimes, buying things over, and watch as you see, me trying new things. It's fun to see what I go back to. And it's fun to see for you, I'm sure, to see what you go back to. But I like to try new things, new products. I like to explore what you guys are using. I like to explore, try new things, but it's fun to see what you go back to. And
Yeah, maybe if you didn't get rid of it and you just kept it in your collection, when you wanted to go back to it, it'd be there.
so anyway, okay, I'm gonna go put this away, and then I'm gonna do hair real quick, and then some clothes, and even a handbag this week. So I'll be right back.
Yeah, these was the days when her Friday hauls were in 2 parts. Right. Time for me to go order my son's birthday tea. And thank you for sticking with me if you did, and I'll catch you in the next one.